Okay guys, so this is part 2 of adding a wonder effect to every level in Mario Wilds. So let's go. We're starting off with World 6, and we've got the Magikoopa level. Now, while I don't really like this level, I did think of a pretty good wonder effect. And it's that you get transformed into a Goomba. But here's the thing. The transformation animation is different. Instead, it's not just any Magikoopa spawning, but Kamek spawns, and he shoots a spell that turns you into a Goomba, just so it would make it unique. Then we've got another underwater level, this time featuring the Clubstep monsters. This was pretty easy, just have the Leaping Smackerel follow you. Although I'd retexture it to kind of make it look more like a monster. Then next one. Now, this is a Drybone shell level, but I'm not actually going to use the Drybone shell in the wonder effect. Instead, I want something that has some sort of stony thing, and I thought the Hoppy Cat would be perfect. Just make you jump to the top of a lava cave. Yeah, that would be pretty fun. Then we've got Link's Cavern Rush. This was pretty easy. Just make it so that there's piranha plants are giant. And I think that would be pretty good. Then next one. So this is about fire piranha plants. So I want a level that's kind of like... So I want something that's kind of like an inferno. Now this was really hard, but I think falling fireballs would be pretty good. And also make the fire piranha plants have more firepower, because that would be good. So yeah, guess that would be a good idea. Then on to World 7, Space World. So the first one is that shooter level. So while I absolutely hate 7-1 Planet Shotlax, it was pretty easy to come up with a wonder effect for. Just make it so there's a bunch of holes carved and a bunch of debris falls, kind of like the Falling Pipes wonder effect in Wonder. It would make a ton of sense, because it's a demolished temple. In fact, maybe it could be the debris destroys the bricks for you, but also adds an extra challenge. Actually, yeah, I think that's a good approach. Then the next underwater level. Now, actually, I decided to stray away from making it so that the wonder effect's in the main area, as I feel like making it in the secret area to get the rainbow star would be a good idea. So you'll find a wonder flower and it will swap, and it will basically swap where the water and the air are. But there's a catch, where basically it rises, or so sometimes the entire stage will be covered with water, and sometimes only the top half will be covered. It's a pretty unique spin on the classic wonder effect, and you kind of need to swim up and watch out for different obstacles like Goombas, and maybe I'd even change the boss to be Boom Boom, but he's in that area. Actually, yeah, that's good. Then next one, well, it's the fake block level containing a bunch of boos. But I'm going to stray away from that and actually use the Hoppy Cat. Because I feel like having some sort of going out of that underground area and into the main area of the graveyard on the planet would be pretty good. And you'd need to avoid boos and Monty Moles, because those are featured a little bit in the level. Okay, then retro. So, y'all remember the quiz wonder effect? Well, I sure as hell didn't, but yeah, I think that would be good. Like, have the fire piranha plants in the area change and they change colours, and you'd need to shoot the right one with the Super Ball flower when it comes up a question. And the questions would actually be like based on the history of Mario, because you know it's a retro themed level. Then we've got the space core. Then we've got all the spacecrafts. I think a good wonder effect for this would be the P balloon. And you need to like dodge spacecrafts in the sky, and also dodge a bunch of enemies on cloud platforms. And I think it would make for a pretty fun experience. Although it wouldn't really matter because the balloon's invincible, but who cares? Actually, I think what would be good is adding note blocks to bounce you around. Actually, yeah, that's good. Okay, now we're on to the final main game world with the seesaws. Okay, so I forgot how many times I've used this wonder effect, but I think we should probably use the giant spike statue, but make it a spiny shooting out of a cannon, and instead of making it meteors, just make it pure fireballs. And also make the platform seesaws to coincide with the level's gimmick. Otherwise, everything else would stay the same. And then Bowser Jr.'s warehouse. An interesting wonder effect for this would be transforming into the spike ball and basically destroying a bunch of stuff in the warehouse. Like, when you get to the end, you'll basically destroy some hard blocks, and it takes you to like a back door of the warehouse, turning you into basically a stuff destroyer. Whatever that means. Yeah, let's do that. Then next we have my favourite level in the game, Monster Mayhem. But sadly, I couldn't think of a good wonder effect for it. So I guess maybe giant spike shops would be good. Like, their shells are super deadly, can't spin jump on them, but you can bounce on their faces when they're crawling up walls, and also their backside. So I feel like it could make for an interesting platforming challenge. So then we've got the Colosseum, and while I did use the chain jumps for the Hoppy Cat for the last fake block level, jeez, I can't speak today, and I also used snow for the last chain jump level, I don't think it would work. So instead, I think I'll make it so that a bunch of chain jumps spawn in the background and they destroy terrain. I need to use that to get high up to a new area, while also not letting them destroy any fake blocks that could possibly contain things required. This would be a wonder effect that I'd need to put a checkpoint before though, simply because, you know, it can get pretty wild. Okay, final Bowser fight. The World of Destruction final Bowser fight and Tanukenstein, all of the same wonder effect. It's a wonder mix. Like, all the wonder effects come together because these are like the big finales, and they're all like pretty big fights. So yeah, makes sense. Okay, now on to the post game. First level, Warehouse in Ruin. I wanted something that will let you play with the upside down gravity part and the ventilation system. So I thought maybe a part where you could defy gravity. Like, you can just walk up a wall, stick to stuff, and basically do what spike tops do. Actually, it would be better if it was just the perspective change. Although I wouldn't make the controls reversed, because that would just be awful. I'm not that mean. And then the speed run. Okay, this one absolutely sucks to come up with stuff for. But I guess, like, Mario, like some sort of Metal Mario thing, like a bunch of trampolines spawn to try and get you through the level. Then it kind of becomes an auto level. I don't know, Metal Mario is then Machina, the shell level. I think that giant buzzy beetles would make sense again because, you know, it focuses on the shell moots, which buzzy beetles wear. Or, I mean, that's kind of what their shell is, but still. So yeah, giant buzzy beetles. Then the airborne destruction level. Well, so instead of using the power-up P-balloon, you just use the regular one. And avoid swamps, skewers, spikes, and a bunch of other stuff. It would be like some sort of flight above a dungeon, and it would be pretty cool. Then, onto Manic Mahoganies, we've got the not Way of the Raccoon, when raccoons fly. And I feel like having the ground kind of get carved a lot and giant Monty Moles come out would be cool. So it kind of like destroys the platform. And then, next one. Okay, this is a fun idea where the pirate ship spawns in the part where you need to sail through tree sap. And also a path opens up. Like, you need to go down a tree sap fall and stuff. It's all pretty cool. Dang, I've said that way too many times in this video. Then Piranha Plant's Pyromaniac pipes. Okay, make the pipes act weird. Like, make them spin, make them, like, go all stretchy. Just make them do everything. I mean, that's the whole point of the level. Pipes. Like, or for the spinny pipes, whenever the plants retract into the pipes, they just go spin, which means you can't really go on them, which means you kind of have to use a fire flower. I feel like that would be a good gimmick. And then finally, Way of the Raccoon. Okay, I'll just totally admit it. Just stole this from the first Raccoon level. There's Monty Moles in this as well, so yeah. Okay, that was actually way easier than the first few. And yeah, now all the levels have wonder effects. I'm not actually going to do this, but I thought it would be cool. Bye.